Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you guys how you can grind the 82 plus upgrades. I'm going to show you some different ways that I'll be personally going through these this week, and maybe also show you the 82 to 88s, which I'm probably going to grind as well. So if you do enjoy, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's go for 50 likes on this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to do one right now. We're going to try it out. You need 2 rare players, exactly gold, 30 chem, so you do need a little bit of chem, but you need 7 players. So as you see here, I put in 2 MLS players, I put in 2 Turkish League, and this is going to be tip number 1, using untradables you already have in your club, whether you're opening packs, whether you're getting rewards, whether you're doing League SBCs. Try to use the untradables you have first, so that way you don't have to buy cards off the market. Saves you a lot of coins, and you get essentially free fodder from it. So let's see first off what we get out of this. I assume these are going to be really bad. I think you're going to get a lot of 82s and 83s would be my guess. However, if EA wants to give me a special card or a crazy walkout to start, I wouldn't be opposed. Nope, we get a board, but it is an 84 Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So that's not bad. But yeah, let's continue with the video. What would I recommend you guys do? So again, first, you're going to want to use your untradables. After you start using your untradables, you got a couple different options. I would personally go down, since it's heavily required to use common golds, or I guess technically not required, since you only need 2 rares in it, you can use a lot of common golds. And instead of buying common golds on the market, since these are going to get pretty expensive pretty soon, if we go to the market right now, I believe they should already have a 400 by now. And these should probably keep rising because people are going to be using these more than they're going to be using the gold rares. I have a feeling these are going to go to 600 plus pretty soon. So if that's the case and these get pretty expensive, tip number 1, or I guess tip number 2 now, I'd recommend you do is if you go to squad building challenges, go to upgrades, you most likely have some silvers in your club. Now, if you put 11 silver players together with not a lot of chem needed, for example, we put one here. I used all untradables that I have. If you want to use cards that aren't League SBCs, you can. Me personally, I just throw everything in, and I stick with just the Libertadores League SBC. You can do that as well. By putting those in, we're essentially not having to buy a single player. We get 3 commons out of the deal. Now, the nice thing about these silver upgrades is these common cards can get you promo cards if the base card is a common gold. It can get you informs if the base card is a common gold. And it can get you some 82s and 83s, which could be really good for fodder in some of the cheaper daily player SBCs, or an SBC that comes out that you might want to get a pack for that you need a decent amount of rating. So that would be step number 2, is using those silver upgrades. And if you want to as well, you could do the gold upgrades, which if we go back into it, it's essentially the same thing, but this time just using common players then, common golds into a gold upgrade to get 2 gold rares. However, I would recommend saving your common golds from this and putting them into the 82 pluses. That would make more sense. Now, what would be the third tip I'd recommend you do? You heard me talk about it a little bit, League SBCs. Now, you might be asking yourself the question, Mumbo, if I'm putting golds into the repeatable SBC, how am I going to have enough cards to do League SBCs? Wouldn't I want to keep the golds? You could if you wanted to. Like, let's say if you wanted to do the Prem, you could keep the Prem cards and get rid of everything else. I'm probably going to keep Prem if I'm being honest. However, I'm going to be using the Libertadores League SBC. I will link in the description of this video the video that I'd recommend you watch to learn this. Essentially, you get 4 rare golds at the end with a mix of silver rares and bronze rares as well. You get 4 of each of those too, which is really good for building up League SBCs. But more than anything, it's going to be really good at building up fodder in your club. Then on top of that, you get a gold players pack, which is going to be 12 gold players, one of them being rare, 11 commons, which is going to be huge for saving you money. Election players pack, this is going to be 12 players with 6 common golds and 6 common silvers. Technically, there is a rare in there, but you don't know if it's going to be a rare gold or a rare silver, so it could technically be 5. You never really know. Now, Jumbo Silver Pack, this is going to print you coins. If you get League SBC players in here, you can sell those on. Contracts, things like that, you can sell them on kits, managers, that sort of thing. But the Jumbo Gold Pack is where we're really going to profit, and I'll show you here why. I'm going to open a Jumbo Gold Pack I have saved from doing the lib. This is going to give you tradable players. It's going to give you tradable contracts, tradable position modifiers, a little bit of everything that you can sell on for great profit. Now, as we showed you, cards are already 400 by now for common golds. If we get like 5 to 8 of these cards, that is going to be crazy for the amount of fodder we get. Now, we got 2 rares in this too. If we wanted to, we could use these players into the 82 plus. We wouldn't have to buy a rare gold off the market. We will see what the prices get to though. However, if I wanted to start selling these, I could probably get 600 coins out of that. Probably start getting 600 coins out of a lot of these if I'm being honest. But we're going to store them now and wait till they go up in price. Player contracts, if you list these in bulk, you can get them to sell for 150, 200 coins. So you probably have at least 1,000 coins there. Manager contracts included. Center forward to striker, I don't know how much this is. I think it's a couple thousand. I'd have to check, but that's going to be some coins back there. We had 1,000 coin bonus. If we can sell these for like 150, 200, that's some bonus coins. And then we have some duplicates over here. Quick sell those. Duplicate player, we sell this on too. We'll list them for like 700, see if he sells for that. And then the quick sell of 568 coins. I can typically do that team for around 3K, 3.3K, and that's instantly profit if we sell those items in there. Now, let's say you don't want to do League SBCs. Let's say you don't want to do upgrade packs. How can you still make these? Now, if you want to go to the market, you can. I don't recommend it this way. If anything, you should invest beforehand, in advance, before cards go up in price. But you could go to gold commons. You could go for less than the buy now. So if we know the buy now is already going to be 400 coins, you could try to win bids here for less than the buy now. So if you place bids for 350, pick these up and then flip them for profit. What I used to do in the past was I'd bid on a group of like 50. I would maybe sell like 45 of them and keep 5. That way you can calculate how much profit you're getting per card and get an idea of, hey, if I want to essentially have this pack paid for, how many things do I have to sell and how much profit would pay for it. Now, as you see here, I'm getting outbid on almost everything. So the answer to your problem, if you're losing bids, is you'll probably have to bid more. So you would have to go in and bid 400 instead of 350. However, we're probably going to get outbid for that. Again, I would not recommend it. I think silver upgrades are going to be the way to go. Or you can find a league where you can find a certain buy now price. For example, if I wanted to do something like, say, the MLS. Take a look at what the MLS cards are going for. If I see they're essentially going for 500 within the hour here already, I want to go to 350. And maybe there's less time or more time in between bids, because now we narrowed the search to a certain league. We might actually be able to win more of the cards because there's less competition with the straight MLS rather than the whole market. So yeah, that's another tip on helping you get kind of around the lots of bids. But again, these prices will go up. So if you did want this as a trading tip as well, you can mass bid on these, hold them, or I guess an investment tip, and sell them when they're like 600 buy now. You can make a little bit of coins on each. Gold rares, however, I don't recommend doing this with gold rares. They seem to not rise as much, especially since you only need 2. However, if you wanted to find a league where the gold rares are already going for 700 coins, like you might be able to see the Prem get to that point. Right now it currently isn't. As you see, there's a lot of strikers that are expiring without selling. But if we went to like, let's say defenders, you might be able to see that most defenders might sell within the hour, with the exception of maybe a couple, or it might take long for them to do. If you want to do that and bid 650 on these, mass bid, win a bunch of them and try to flip them, you could. Or if you just need a gold rare off the market, I would try to pick these up for 600 coins. You don't necessarily have to do Prem. You could just do 600 coins on a gold rare, store these in your club, and use these yourself for the solution. Now, going back to the Libertadores, this might be hard to follow, but if you're doing Libertadores, one thing you know when you do Libertadores is there's different types of Libertadores cards. There are bronze ones, which are 64 rated and below. There are silvers, which is 65 to 74 rated. And there are golds, which is 75 rated and above. So if I go to 600 coins, minimum price, and max price 650, since these are considered rare cards, I can pick up rare golds from here. So by doing this, not only could this potentially give you more chem, these prices typically tend to hold pretty well. And you can get a lot of these cards that maybe if you're not getting bids of 600 on the rare golds in general, you could get these 600s on the 75 pluses here, or technically just 75s, because at 76 plus, you'd have to bid 650. I'm going to go and I'm just going to bid on every single one of these cards because I already know the buy now price is going to go up a little bit, so I can make a little bit of coins. However, if I am lacking chem, I also know I can use these as easy chem in the solution. So essentially, those are going to be the methods I want you guys to use for the repeatable SBC, the 82 plus. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Those are essentially the main ways I'd recommend doing it. Now, is the 82 to 88 upgrade? I made a comment earlier this week saying if we get these back, I'm essentially going to finish up Mbappe with that. That is true. I'm going to finish up Mbappe essentially with these. Compared the two right now, let's see what the difference is. So you need 7 players here with 2 rares, 30 chem. 82 to 88, what do you need? You need 5 players with 25 chem and 2 rares. So it's not that big of a difference. We'll have to see our pack luck. Even though this is less cards, if I get decent value out of the 82 plus, I might stick to that. There's no cap. We could get a Lewandowski. We could get a high-rated goalkeeper. Things like that. That could help me with the 88 rated teams and the 87s with Mbappe. I still need to see, though. I want to grind this because it is less cards. We'll probably go back and forth between the two. If you want to watch us do it on stream, feel free to subscribe to this channel. We'll be live for the next couple days, essentially grinding these non-stop. Off of the Libertadores, we'll open the League SBC Libertadores packs. Anything that we get in there untradeable, we'll put into silver upgrade packs if it's a silver card. If it's a gold card, we'll put it into here and essentially keep that grind going. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, again, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. It's been your boy MumboElite, and I'll catch you next time. God bless.